Time now to leave the lush fields of Tipperary and head down to the coast. I'm bypassing the city of Cork to go to another small town just to its west. This is Kinsale, and the start of what's become known as the Wild Atlantic Way, one of the longest continuous ocean routes in the world that stretches from here up to Donegal in the far northwest. Kinsale sits in a harbour just in from the ocean itself, where the River Bandon flows into the Wild Atlantic. In days gone by, it was an important strategic site for the defence of Ireland from foreign invasion. Its natural harbour made Kinsale a vital trading port too, one reason being the amount of great local produce coming from the land and sea surrounding it. And the main reason I'm coming here today is to eat, because this little town has become the gourmet capital of Ireland. My guide is Suzanne Burns, a marine zoologist and former scallop farmer. Suzanne now gives tasting tours of Kinsale to visitors from all around the world. She believes the town's foodie reputation lies in its geography and its history.
So Kinsale is a really unique history. It was actually one of the busiest trading ports in Europe in the 1600s. They imported a lot of wine and salt, and they exported a lot of linen and dairy products and fish. And the fishing industry was so prolific here in the 1800s that you could almost walk from boat to boat all the way across the harbour. There could be like 300-400 boats here at any one time. On a busy day, there could be up to 700. Gosh. And then there'd be hundreds of women on either side of the waterfront gutting the fish. So it'd be like bloody and noisy and smelly yeah. and chaotic. So it's massively changed since then.
The town's gourmet era began in the early 70s when its top hotels got together to create a food circle to drive up the quality of cooking to match the standard of those local ingredients.
French chefs came in, Keith Floyd came in, and you know he was such a wonderful raconteur and such a funny man, and you know so likable, and people really took to him, and all the other people that came in as well. So it reinvented itself, and this has been born out of a spirit of cooperation between the venues. There's a deep understanding here, is like you're stronger together.
We're going on a food tour today.
We are indeed.
Where are we starting, please?
We're starting Max's restaurant.
OK, I look forward to saying hi to Max, whoever he or she is.
It's actually named after a dog, a Doberman called Max. Yeah, long story. The fish are almost leaping onto your plate. We're so close to the ocean.
First up then, a chance to taste some of that great local fish and seafood. Frenchman Olivier Cueva is one of the many overseas chefs who've made a home here. This platter looks like West Cork on a plate.
Oh, that is so good.
That's amazing.
Spider crab.
Amazing.
Oh, that's amazing.
We've got a cold current coming from the south of France, from the Bay of Biscay, that comes here and hit the south, and it brings that cold water, which means in May and June you got a lot of green water. There's a bloom of plankton and algae, and that does bring all the feed.
And that feed attracts an incredible range of fish and seafood to these shores, some of which Olivier forages himself.
You spearfish, I understand.
I do free dive and spearfish, yes. So I get my own, it's mainly for my own consumption. There's no better enjoyment than to come back home with a big hamper of food you've been foraging. I remember a couple of years ago, I came home on a Monday with some sea bass, and I came back home on a Tuesday with some lobster. So for us on Tuesday supper, we had a wild sea bass and lobster fricassee with some asparagus, wild leeks, and a few mushrooms like that. And my son is eating that. My son at the time is 10 years old, and he thinks it's grand. He thinks every single 10-year-old boy in Ireland is having, on Tuesday for dinner, some wild sea bass and lobster.
Do you two forage together ever? Because I know you forage as well.
He basically won't show me where his foraging spots are.
Of course not.
Yeah, if he tells me, he'll have to go.
That's what I said, things are going slowly.
Yeah.
My competition.
I told her where it was. It is
You never
between
told me.
Belfast, Cork, Galway and Dublin, somewhere there. You know?
Yeah.
With all this talk of a natural larder, it's appropriate that our next stop is the Gourmet Pantry, Kinsale's award-winning local deli.
Me too.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Welcome to the
hi.
Gourmet Pantry.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Is this what we're here for? We've had the main course, so you brought me here for cheese.
Yeah, I just thought, you know, if you're in Ireland, like we have 200 farmhouse cheese in the country and we've about 86 cheese makers. So we really pack a punch for the size of the country. And the dairy in Ireland is like unparalleled because we've got really mild climate, we've loads of rain, we've really good soils.
And the cattle are outside. They're grazing
Yeah.
outside on all the lush green grass, as
Yeah.
opposed to being inside, penned up, eating grain.
Yeah, like they're super happy cows.
OK, and if you were me, which one would you go for first?
First, the Tipperary Brie.
The Tipperary Brie. I see, I love a brie.
Yeah,
You're a
there you
woman
go.
after my own heart.
Nice with the grape as well.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Or two.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, after you.
OK, all right, I'm going to go a little bit of... I'm going to break your heart.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's so good. Really
Excellent.
mild,
Yeah,
but very lovely.
yeah.
It's a big moment for me. The Cashel Blue, close to Cashel.
Here goes nothing.
So it's a world first for me.
Happy?
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Anne, I don't know how you work in here. I'd be the size of a house. I would be...
Self-control.
Feeling quite full now. Are we done?
Not quite. You are gonna love this.
Am I? Here.
Yep.
Ah. Hello.
Hi, Julia. How are you?
Oh, well, I was just saying how full I was. But Suzanne said, I think you're going to like this.
There's always room for chocolate.
And now you are absolutely, unfortunately, you're right. And these look like exceptionally good chocolates. I've had a revelation in later life, shall we say, and I've completely turned on to dark chocolate and moved away from the highly processed, really sugary, sweet stuff that I used to love, but actually I don't anymore.
I've actually made a chocolate especially for you because a little birdie told me that you like really dark chocolate and you also like fruit.
Yes, it's true.
So you are kind of our guinea pig on this one. We've used sour dark cherries, sudachi. Have you come across sudachi?
No.
It's a Japanese fruit
Ooh.
that's crossed between a lemon and a grapefruit and a bit of orange in it as well. And the fat that I put in this is actually coconut oil.
Oh,
So there's no butter.
love it.
And the body of this chocolate is 96% dark chocolate.
Oh.
And then you can see what it looks like. You'll get the flavour straight
Come on
away.
then, Suzanne, grab one.
Anybody
let's
else?
pop them together.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Or sláinte, as we say in
Cheers,
Ireland.
Can I try
Sláinte.
one too?
Go on.
I
I love the creamy texture. They're really, really good.
Yeah.
OK, now I'm going to explode.
Well, where are you going next?
Sent you over
I'm going to
here.
lie down now. That's where I'm going. Bed. Do you know any good hotels around here?
I do, I know a few.
To say I'm full is an understatement. Kinsale in this area have been a revelation. The food produce is just amazing. And what's really interesting is that both here and in Cashel, the businesses support each other. Genuinely, they drive each other on. It's a real ecosystem. Now I just got to find a way to work off all that cheese and chocolate. I'm stuffed.